I'm Tom Selway for Sense Media, and I'm here with Orr Danon of Hailo. Orr, nice to speak with you. Tell me a little bit about the company and what you're doing here today.
Hi, so Hailo is a company building deep learning processors for edge devices, and specifically in this context for automotive devices.
Is the technology that you're developing fairly unique compared to the other offerings here?
So we're taking a bit of a different take. We're not directly building a sensor, but rather something that helps to process the sensor. So it's complementary to most of what you see here today. The company is running now for a year and a half. We're based in Tel Aviv, and we hope to have the first product ready next year.
What are the biggest challenges that you've been facing as a company?
So the first challenge we've actually faced is to grasp the problem space, to understand what's needed for processing these kind of signals coming from sensors in deep learning, and what is irrelevant and should be left outside from the design. Afterwards, to talk to the customers, understand what they really need, what is the capacity they're looking for, what are the weak points in our offering, and improving them, and things like that. So really understanding the market that is evolving.
So what would you say is the main mission of the company? What is your main focus?
So basically our vision is to take the processing capabilities that you have today with deep learning in a data center environment and bring them inside your embedded device, whether it's a car, it's a drone, it's a camera, and so on. What differentiates our approach is that we're trying to take, rather than downscaling things that you have working today, working very well on a data center, take exactly the same workload that you're running on things like GPU today on the servers and have them available at a form factor that is relevant both in terms of cost and power to the embedded market, and rather than compromising on performance, on accuracy and stuff like that.
And what kind of discussions have you been having with the attendees at the event this week? What are the topics that spring up that you discuss?
So many find it quite surprising that it is even possible to have this kind of processing power within reasonable budget, both in terms of power and cost. And this is, I think, really opens discussions that were not open before. Like, okay, maybe if we can do this kind of state-of-the-art, we don't have to go all around to solve all kind of problems with very hard optimization. This is one interesting topic. Another very interesting topic is the issue of safety. It's a multi-level problem. It's not solved in the processor level or at the algorithm level. It's a system-level problem, but everything should be taken into account with this problem. So it's really interesting to discuss people how all the parameters fit into this kind of having a system that is safe.
Yeah, safety seems to be the buzzword of the event this week. It's something that seems to come up a lot. It's obviously at the forefront of all developing technologies here at AutoSens. Would you agree?
I agree, because especially with when deep learning comes into the picture, it's clear to see that you have benefit to be gained in terms of safety. You're able to understand your environment, but to really quantify and model this and be able to use this to a practical scenario, qualified scenario, with legislation and testing and development life cycle. These are all things that need to be addressed, and it's really unclear how this should be done, so it's a really interesting problem.
What's the benefit of your attending an event like this? What have you taken from being here at AutoSens in Belgium?
So the first and most important thing is to understand the problems that people are struggling with. What are they imagining that is possible and what is not possible? What would they want to go? And for us, as a company that wants to provide an infrastructure for all these companies here that are building awesome sensors or systems, it's very important to understand what they are thinking.
Oh, it's been lovely to speak with you. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you. And there's plenty more great videos from AutoSens. Make sure you subscribe to this channel.